Hello, Craftin' buddies. It's Late Night Lori from Lori's Little Bit of Crafting. I am coming to you at 11:58 p.m. on Thursday, October 30th. And I'm in Wisconsin. Let's get my devices set up here. I'm a little late getting this stuff going. I had Ghouls Night Out here tonight, and we had a lot of fun. A lot of chit-chatting, a lot of laughing, lots of chaos, some snacks, and I'm almost there. A lot of fun. Whoops. I guess my volume's working. I will try to keep track of the chats. Let me just finish getting this set up here. I'm almost there. And then I realized I did not get any inks. So I'm going to need to do that too. So, quick announcement. We are almost to the last day of this join offer. So, I would love to have you join my team if you are not already part of the Stampin' Up! Demonstrator community. You do not have to be a video person. You do not have to hold classes. You do not have to do craft fairs and all of the things that many demonstrators do. You can just join to be a kitnapper. The kit that they have, the starter kit that they're offering, is amazing. I've had several people join my team this month, and basically you get to pick out $125 worth of product, and you only have to pay $35 plus tax. Yes, $35. You get to pick your stuff. All right. You don't have to pay for shipping. You will get a free past paper pumpkin kit. You'll get some catalogs. And then every order you put in under yourself from now until the end of March, you're going to get a 20% discount besides. So you're going to get all the goodies from Stampin' Up! Delivered right to your door. And it's going to be on sale every single day. Okay? So if you're at all interested, if your curiosity has been piqued, reach out to me. All right? I would love to share more information. We are getting down to the wire. So let me, I'm just going to do some, let me get organized. My brain sometimes goes in a different direction of my voice. I pulled out some of this floral paper. I haven't worked with this for a while, and I know we're in fall, and I should probably be using my fall papers and getting ready for Christmas, but we've kind of been doing a lot of that. So I thought I would play with this stuff again because I have such a simple card that, hello, Apple. Happy Halloween. Yes, it is 12:01 here in Wisconsin, so I can say Happy Halloween, can't I? Welcome. So with this paper, there are just a ton of coordinating colors because of just all the florals on here. And we are going to use just a very small piece for a bunch of different cards. I'm going to try to make several. And I think this is the same pack of paper. Yep, Florals in Bloom, Florals in Bloom. So I pulled out all of the colors. All right, so on the back of, hey Juju, on the back of our designer series papers, Stampin' Up! Always lists the colors that coordinate with the designer series paper. And this one is just loaded with colors. So we have peach pie. Yes, peach pie. We have pretty in pink. We have, I was going to say Shamrock Shake, but it's Shy Shamrock. Summer Splash and Petunia Pop. Those are all colors that are in this designer series paper, and you can see I've made some projects here where I cut some things out. We're going to use just a little strip of paper that's 1" by 5¼ inches. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut this one because this one kind of grabbed my eye. So I'm going to cut 2 of these strips, 5¼ by 1 inch. I'm going to make some portrait cards. So I want this to go the length of my card. Happy Halloween, Juju. And then we have, let's do this one too, because the peach pie, that's actually Timid Tiger. We'll do that one maybe with that batch. That'll work with this one. Let's see if this is 5¼ so let's do 1 inch here. So yeah, I had a busy studio today. All afternoon we were getting things set up, kind of decorating for Halloween. Riley was here, so she helped me. And then tonight we just had a full house. We had a full house. So we had 8 people in my studio space. So 6 of my gals came, actually 4 of my gals, and 2 of them brought guests. So I should say probably 4½ gals, because one actually has been a customer of mine and I didn't know that she was the friend of one of my gals because she lived in another state. So it was like old home week night, old home night or whatever. I don't know. But we had a good time. It was busy. So we did kind of like a little mystery card. I let them go around my studio space and pick their papers, pick their cardstock, pick their embossing folder. We did some die cutting. We did some dry embossing, with embossing folders. So there was a lot going on here for some it was over 3 hours. So it was a good time. So let's start with this one. I am going to score this at 4½. Whoops. I'm going to score it at 4¼ You can tell I'm a little tired. Riley was such a trooper too. She helped me make a banner today. And then I'm going to cut this at 5½. That's going to give me 2 card bases. I want 1 for this. And let me go ahead and burnish this right away. All right. And then let's go ahead and score this one at 4¼ and cut it 5½. So we'll put that one with this. And then let's find something for this Shy Shamrock. Oh, that would even work with those greens. Let's just cut this in. I wonder if that's even big enough. That's not big enough. This one would be though. Let's go 5¼ here. And then I'm going to take this side over here. So I'm going to cut 1 inch. So 1 inch by 5¼ for your DSP. And if you want to use up a lot of DSP, this is not the card to make because it uses this. That's all we're using of the DSP for this. But it's really a cute card. I thought, anyway. You might not think so. I hope you do, but, Yeah, I think that'll kind of work. All right, let's find this. Let's see what other colors are in here. And then I'll have to get some ink. I forgot to pull the ink over. Let's see what things are on the back sides. Well, that could work. That could work. Oh, I think this one will work best. I kind of like this one. Huh, what do you know? Let's see if that's long enough. It is 5 1/4. Yeah, we'll go this way. 5 1/4 by 1 inch. We'll just do a couple more. Hey, Yuda. Thank you for the thumbs up. Are you heading to bed? Happy Halloween. I appreciate it, Yuda. See, we're going to have a bunch of cards done in like no time flat. All right, and then this one could use probably that same piece. That's pretty. And I'm already at 5 1/4. I'm just going to leave that at whatever width it is. I don't care. That's close enough for me. Hello, Bonnie. Whoops, get that cutting blade out of there. Five and a half. So this would be good if you've got like some strip scraps. Let's find... That could work for the Timid Tiger. Let's go 5 1/4. And we'll do 1 inch. I'm gonna do this side because, oh, you probably can't see that. I'm gonna do this side because it's got more of the Timid Tiger on it. That'll be pretty. I think maybe I'll just do one more. And you can kind of see there's just a lot of variety here. We are just doing a very simple card, creating or using some DSP scraps, and I happen to pull out the Florals in Bloom because I haven't used it for a while. And I did like a mystery stamping with my gals tonight. I had Ghouls Night Out at the studio. I really like this color. Let's do this one. So they got to basically shop in the studio tonight. I told them what they needed, you know, cardstock, you need this size, and DSP, you need this size. So they were scurrying around between snacking and picking out their pieces. We had a little bit of chaos going on, but it was fun. And we made just a very simple card. So I'm just recreating a few of the cards I'm creating the card in a few colors because this Florals in Bloom uses all of the 24 to 26 in colors, and it uses all of the 25 to 27 in colors. All right, so I'm gonna stop there. These are more colors that are in this DSP that I haven't used, but that are all very pretty as well. So I'm just gonna focus on, I suppose maybe the Darling Duckling would be cute too. Then I think I've got all the in colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, and then I've got those. Maybe I'll quit at this. We'll just stop here for now. And you can kind of see how quickly they go together. Don't forget, this is the last day of the join offer. 1, 2, 3, 4. And how many did I have? 7. So we need a few more pieces. Let me cut this down. So these layers are 4 1/4. I'm sorry, they're 4 by 5 1/4. Yeah, 4 by 5 1/4. So a standard layer when we're going down from your base. So there's 6. We'll stop there, I think, for now and just do our favorites. So, we've got a kit promotion, well, a kit emphasis in November. There's going to be a couple new kits dropping on November 4th, I think it is. And they look really cute. So if you like the kits or if you've never tried the kits, you might want to go shopping right away on November 4th. They have been going quick. All right, I'll get some of my other debris out of here. Here's my cute little poster for my Ghouls Night Out. We were busy, we were hopping. All right, back to the task at hand. I am going to bring out Bossy Bessie. And I think I have all the 3D embossing folders. So I'm going to set all my bases and my layers out of the way for right now. We're going to, oh, I need more white for that. All right, so let's just, I want something kind of happy. I just pulled out a few of these. We can actually, well, I want those going upright. So this is kind of a, to me, it's a one-way design going up and down. So I am just going to line up my layer on that line that's on the front because it'll help keep the design going straight. And we're going to run a few of these through. My plates were a little crooked. Let's see if I went through far enough. I'll straighten them out and just finish running it through. I just didn't want to power through. So, let go. There's one. And where did my other whites go? Here we are. We'll do a couple with this one, I think. We had, for our snacks tonight, we had some, oh, I should go get one. Hang on. One of our snacks was mandarin oranges that were pumpkins. And then I was going to put out some carrots and let them be the little mandarin orange droppings. And I forgot to put them out. Okay, that one's done. And then we had some Monster Barbecue meatballs. And we had some Southwest wing dip and street corn. It's not salsa. Street corn dip for tortillas. We had a bunch of little stuff. It's pretty yummy. All right, let's do, I don't know how this will look with the little brick wall, but we'll see. That might look fun, like flowers are on a trellis or something, I don't know. We'll see. If we don't like it, it's only paper. I can use it for something else. We'll just do one in that, just in case I don't like it. And I think we'll do a couple here. And this one I think I'm going to, rather than put it in the center, I'm going to put it off to the side. We'll do a couple of those and then we'll start laying some of these out. Oh, I need to get some more white too because I have to cut out some circles with the Spotlight on Nature dies. So I'll need to go get another piece of white. It doesn't like going through when the embossing folder is the first point sticking out. It's probably better that way because you don't want to break it. And then, I don't know if the sunflower one would be, there's nothing really that looks like sunflowers, so I think we'll just go to, maybe I'll do one more with the brick wall. I've got 7 card bases started, but only 6 layers of white, so we'll just pretend on the last one we can flip some things around so you can see the colors maybe. Or we could cut one more, we'll see. All right, let me go get another piece of white cardstock. The thing about having studio time is that things get cleaned up, and I like them cleaned up, but then I start working again, and then things get all busy. And busy means messy, I guess. That'll fit through there. We're going to do some Spotlight on Nature. Oh, wait, I need that to be in the colors. Because then we'll use a punch to do the white layer. So what's everybody doing for the weekend? Any good plans? Anybody going anywhere? Doing anything? I'm going to kind of put this almost in the middle so it could be a layer if I wanted it to be. Hi, Bonnie. Welcome. All right, so this one's got a lot of extra little innards that need to be removed. Pampered Chef scraper. And we'll get some of these. Oh, hello, Tanya. You just must have snuck in. Happy Halloween, ladies. If you celebrate Halloween. I don't really celebrate it, but you know, it's fun for the kids. And our granddaughter doesn't have school because they have parent-teacher conferences, so she's getting like time off for Halloween, it seems like. I'm just trying to do like assembly line work here to get all of the similar tasks out of the way. Most of those little buggers came out. Yeah, some of the gals today when we were using this die, because there's all the little circles and ovals in here, they were taking the die and throwing it on the floor to get them to pop out. It was kind of funny. Because they've seen me do it and they've seen Riley do it. That was kind of funny. So now I'm sure there's all kinds of little bits of paper on the floor. Not that there weren't any before, right? We'll see what I can make all those into. It's about time for me to start using up some of these older in colors because the time's going to fly and they're going to be going out when the new catalog comes out in May. Has everybody already had their trick-or-treating? Do you do trick-or-treating where you're at? We live so, our houses are all so far apart because our land is anywhere from 2 acres to I think some of the parcels are 10 acres. At least 5 or 6 acres. We've got a small one. Mine is just barely over 2 acres. But then they split up some farm field that was across the road from me, so those are bigger parcels. Those might be 6-acre parcels. But our houses are so far apart that the kids do not go around trick-or-treating. So in the 25 years I have been here, I've never had trick-or-treaters, except, you know, friends will bring over their little kids, but we won't even have that this year because we gave our little trick-or-treat bags to our friends when we went trick-or-treating with them with Riley last weekend. This week has gone incredibly fast for me. So Bonnie, they do not do any trick-or-treating by you? Do they do like organized things? You know, some of our, like some of the schools will do a trick-or-treating thing for the kids at the school so that they don't have to go out, I guess. I guess that's why they do it. I don't know for sure. These little dots are making some fun confetti. Might be fun to put in a shaker card. Maybe that's what one of these will become, as a shaker card. I don't know. Oh, okay, so they have to do parties. And how old is she? See, I never did the parties. I never did dances at school or anything. I don't know why. I didn't have a whole lot of friends in school, I guess. 23, okay. And you've been where you are for what, like 8 years? So yeah, she would have been, okay, I was gonna say 8 from 23, 15-ish, 16, okay. So yeah, they're done with trick-or-treating by then. All right, I just have one more after this one, and then I'm gonna punch a bunch of circles. That looks good. Sometimes I don't like using dies like this just because they're kind of high maintenance, having to punch out all these little dots. But these circles are so pretty. Here I am, punching out all the dots. And I could use like wax paper in here, and that would have everything falling out a little bit better. But then too, sometimes the wax paper then sticks to the cardstock or the paper that you're putting through, and you have a hard time getting it off the paper. So maybe you lived here 7 years. Yeah, 7, 8, close enough. All the kids are saying 6, 7. Do they do that by you guys? Our granddaughter said that the other day, and I'm like, do you even know what that means? Well, no. Okay, well, why do you say it? But that's like a trend right now. And I don't know if there's more to it or not, but somebody had told me it's because if you're going to rate your day like from 1 to 10, maybe it's a 6, 7. So that's where they got it from. I don't know. Okay, I think we're done die cutting. So we'll get that out of the way. I suppose I could do this later too, but I'm kind of on a roll. We'll get it cleaned up and put away right away. So you have a precision plate. They fall out with your big shot. They're not hard to get out with the Empress. Okay. Even with little detailed ones like this, sometimes the paper just clings. Usually with the bigger shapes I don't have issues, but these just have all the little bits. There. That way I can get this put away and not lose it. Yeah, I know each generation does make up their own stuff, don't they? I don't remember what ours was. I'm sure we had something stupid. All right, and then we're going to punch out a bunch of circles. I think this is the right size. Yes. So you don't use your Stampin' Up! One for the little detail dies. I only have the Stampin' Up! Machines now. Looks like I just need one more. All right. Now, I suppose I should have thought ahead and figured out what kind of sentiment I want to put on this. Let's see if we got something fun here. I think we'll hang on to those. That's just a really fun array of colors. That would make some fun confetti in a shaker card. All right, so let's take a look at some kind of sentiment here. You're the best would fit. What about just for you? Maybe we'll do that. I don't think I've used this one. Just for you, right? Kind of in the middle here. And I think I'm just going to use some Secret Sea ink. Let me go get that. Secret Sea is kind of like the new black because it's darker than Night of Navy, but it's not as dark as black. And it makes for a really nice sentiment. I think I have all of my blocks at the other table. Wow. All right. Pearson mat. And I'm going to be really boring. I'm going to do these all the same. Maybe I'll put this up just a little bit. And it's nice when it's a circle, you don't really have to worry about being it straight up and down or not because you can turn it. Little old assembly line here. Oh, I suppose I could be putting those right back on there. I wasn't thinking. I was just doing assembly line work. All right. So you've got your Empress on a turntable next to your craft table. You don't even have to get up. That's awesome. Is an Empress an electric one? Okay. I may get an electric one before too long. You know, sometimes cranking those machines when you've got like arthritis in your thumbs, sometimes it's kind of hard. Okay. Sorry, I had to wet my whistle. We made some hot apple cider too. That was good. All right, so here's how simple our card is going to be. We are going to attach this onto here. Anna Griffin makes it the Empress, huh? Okay. Riley was gluing today, so I may need to go get another bottle of glue. That girl likes glue. And Wink of Stella. OMG. The Griffin plates don't warp. That's good to know too. You know, I have one machine where my plates have kind of warped. And what I think might happen is when I run it through all the way, and then if I run it backwards, they seem to warp. And when I just run it straight through all the time, I have a set that's never warped, and they're old. So I don't know if it's something with how they go through, if the pressure doesn't reset or something. I don't even know. So this is going to go on here. And I'm going to put this over just a little bit because I kind of like, oh, I know, I forgot a piece. I kind of like the white border there. I need a 1/2 inch strip as well for all of these. That's at 5 1/4. Although it looks all right without it. But that's going to go right there and just give it a little bit more oomph. I think that's straight mostly. And then I'm going to glue this white piece to here and get it so that it's centered. That's pretty good. Might be a little off. There we go. And then we'll put a few dimensionals on here. The magnetic plates are nice. You know, Stampin' Up! Had some magnetic plates, but some people had problems with them separating the layers. Mine did not, but they stopped distributing them because of the defect. So now, let's see. I'm pretty sure I have some dimensionals that color. Oh, we can use these. Strawberry Slush and Pretty in Pink. And then what I want to do is maybe get a little floral image from the paper. There should be some dies. There might be a die that'll cut out flowers and leaves, and I'll put something across there maybe, or maybe just a bow. I haven't decided. So we'll put this one over here. I had a little smudge there, so we'll just put that little puppy in there. And maybe I'll do a bow. I don't know. So let's just lay out a couple more. I don't know that I'll put them all together because you guys you're gonna have the idea. I do need to get the extra pieces though that are a 1/2 inch. Yeah, they're very simple. And obviously you can do a lot in a short period of time. So this could even, you know, you could even do a wider piece. Let's do another one. One of the gals, we were looking at this tonight because this was, I just gave them some measurements and said, find your paper, find your cardstock. So they were tooling around the studio here, picking out their things. And so we could do that like that so that there's double layer. Oh, this has got a couple little bits that didn't come out. So that'll go there. So each one is going to look different just because of the color. There goes my punch. Just because of the color. So if I want, let's do 1.5 inches. And we'll do 5 1/4 for this one. And everybody's cards tonight looked just so different. There. I just cut that one at 1.5 inches since my strip was 1 inch. I think I did 1.5 inches. Did I do 1.5 inches? Yeah, 1.5 inches. Oh, my strip on this one happened to be 1 1/4 inches. These were 1 inch. Like, that looks bigger. So do we like it double bordered or just a strip? I'm kind of thinking the double border makes it look the most finished. And I'm just using the next embossing piece in line. So this paper, just because there are just so many colors, I mean, how can you not find something that you like, right? And I know there's a lot of people that don't like the florals because they've had florals for years and years and years, but florals apparently sell. I'm not always real big on the florals. I like more of the patterns, I guess. But you know, you're not using, this is not like in your face floral. It's just a little floral. Like just enough little floral. And it kind of makes the cardstock pop, I think. So I ran out of the embossing pieces because I didn't want to keep going. I'm going to find maybe a couple of different ones. So you get the idea though, you know, how cute that's going to look. And like this one, what if I did, let's do 1 1/4 inch of the petuniate pop and just see what that looks like. 5 1/4. See if we mix and match some of these colors, what that might look like. So let's take this one apart. I'm just gonna borrow that embossed piece. And we're gonna come over here and we're gonna do a mix and match version. And see what you think of that. I think I like the monochromatic better. I mean, this works because you've got the pink and the flowers. I think I'm gonna like the monochromatic version better. Yeah, I think that's better. So look at that, 7 cards in less than an hour, start to finish. Well, it will probably be about an hour once I get them all glued and put, you know, embellishments on them. But we'll put this one on top so you can kind of see how it looks. We could probably even, well, I think it looks good with the white layer, so. So there's a bunch of cards. Use your imagination, just imagine that they're all put together and up on dimensionals and have embellishments and are all glued together. I'll try to get these done tomorrow and maybe post it to my Facebook page. You can hop over there and check them out once they're all done. I have to be at the college tomorrow for a bit though, so no promises. I might not get to it, but do you use all your cards? So I send out cards. I need to send out more cards. And then I have them for sale. Like when I do craft fairs, I've got a craft fair a week from Saturday. So I will have them out there for sale. And then I have like a spinner rack in my studio. So every once in a while, somebody will come in. One of the gals who was on my team was moving. So she had all of her stuff packed and she needed some cards. So she came in and picked off what I had. So there are a lot that, you know, I'll send to like family and that, but I have more cards now since I've been doing lives every day. So I have to find more ways of moving them along. So we've got a senior, a memory care set, facility not far from here. So I may check with them to see if they can use them there and just donate them to a few places. But that's what I got for tonight, ladies. Thanks for joining me. And I think I'm going to call it a night. All right, so we'll say, I don't know, 23 hours from now, I'll probably be back. So watch my Facebook page, Laura's Little Bit of Crafting. I'll try to get these posted there. I'll try to get some embellishments and whatnot on here and get some pictures up for you ladies. And until next time, happy crafting. Thanks for popping in. You have a good night too.